Good evening, horror movie fans. Welcome back.
Hello. Hi.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm okay. It's midweek, so just, living for the weekend. I actually just got this in the mail today. I am wearing my Backrooms sweatshirt. Have you seen it yet?
I'm waiting because
Ugh, it's expensive.
I didn't know if we were going to do like a horror movie watching party with some of our
Oh,
paranormal team members. We've been trying to
oh.
organize that, but everybody's so busy, so I don't know if we're going to actually end up doing that or not. But I do want to see that and Passenger.
I really want to see Passenger, but
Yeah.
I was gonna watch it and then it was like 24.99 to rent. And I'm like,
Yeah,
a
it's
little
still
steep.
expensive.
Yeah, I'll wait.
So, um,
How are you?
I'm good. I'm happy that we're also midweek and this week has been terrible with work, but at least we get to do this for fun.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Do you want to do a little announcement of where we're at?
we're at episode 12. And because we had so much fun last week, even though there was some controversy, we decided to do more of the same movies that we enjoy that don't get talked enough about. So we are going to do Don't Sleep on These Part 2 tonight. And it looks like a lot of you on YouTube enjoyed our part 1. We do have a good amount of views, so we very much appreciate that. So yeah, now we're doing part 2.
Yeah. I feel like we have a lot of good ones. And when we were doing part one, when we were recording the episode, like halfway through, I'm like, oh, shoot, there is this one I wanted to bring up and this one and this
Mhm.
one. So the ones that I have compiled myself are some of my favorites. So I'm excited to get into it.
Yeah, same. When we were going through last week's, I started thinking of these movies we're going to talk about tonight. And then when I was starting to go through these tonight, I have even more that I wanted to do. But I think, 14 movies that we're planning to talk about is probably enough for,
For
for
another
part
episode,
2.
maybe.
But we could always do a part 3 sometime.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we do have another big announcement on our future plans for the next couple weeks, months. Next week is our 13th episode, Channel 13. So I think we're going to use that as a big milestone to take a little bit of a breather for a couple weeks. That will give everybody a chance to catch up on all of our other episodes. But yeah, we're going to take a few weeks off. We both have some big, big things coming up in the next couple weeks and months. So we're going to take a breather and then start up again at some point in the fall.
Yeah, perfect time for October. And I hate to say spooky season, but it's kind of cringe, but spooky season. But yeah, hopefully, all the people, if you're listening on Spotify, write the reviews, YouTube, comment, review, like, subscribe, whatever the things are. But also join us on social media. So,
Yep.
Instagram, we're going to start posting more on TikTok as well. But especially Instagram, during the hiatus between season one, season two, we'll still be posting and active on the social media channels and posting movies we've seen and reviews. So, still very active in the community. So, join us over there if you're not already.
Yes. Please don't forget about us. Keep
Hmm.
following us on social media. We will be back. We promise. We love doing this. So, yeah, just keep an eye out for all of our updates that we'll post on social media. With that said, are you ready?
I am ready. And I'm happy to say all the movies that you have listed, I don't have any controversy this
Finally.
time.
Woo.
But I feel like people will enjoy, I don't know, a little bit of controversy. But the first one you have, I'm a huge fan of. So I'll let you kick it off.
All right. I'm going to start now. People might say, oh, we know this movie. We talk about this movie. So I get it. But I added it on here just because I really enjoy it. I don't think it gets talked about too much, especially when you ask people like, what's your top 5 favorite, more modern horror movies? This doesn't come up a lot, but it should. That is The Autopsy of Jane Doe from 2016. This is a supernatural horror film that stars Brian Cox and Emil Hirsch as father and son coroners who experience supernatural phenomena while examining the body of an unidentified woman, played by Olwen Kelly. You've seen this, obviously. How many
Yep.
times have you seen this?
I
What was
honestly
your?
think I've seen it once.
I've seen this probably 3 times.
Oh.
Um, I really enjoyed the storyline. I like how the horror and the terror builds. Some movies just start off right away. what was it? Until Dawn. It
Mm.
just starts off with a banger right away. This takes a little bit to build. So, they bring in this body of this woman. They know nothing about her, and they start doing the autopsy and start to find out some things. And then as they're doing that, creepy things start to happen around their funeral home.
Mhm.
And it just escalates and escalates and escalates. And then crazy ending, kind of a twist at the end. So, yeah, I definitely wanted to put this on the list. And if you haven't seen this, please do see it. It is such a good horror movie. They did a really good job with this.
Yeah, it's a good one. I think I watched this as like an unsuspecting movie. I was just scrolling through the movies. I'm like, okay, yeah, Autopsy. I think I mentioned when we talked about the Mortuary Assistant movie a
Yeah.
couple episodes ago that I wanted to be a mortician. So that's what caught my eye. I was like, oh yeah, okay, that's interesting. But I wasn't expecting it to be so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's well written. It's not cheesy, it's not boring, pacing is great,
Yeah.
they keep you interested, there's a mystery the entire time, so I think this is a great one, and it's one I do recommend a lot to people.
Yeah, I agree. Don't want to give away too many spoilers. We're not doing spoilers, right?
No,
We try not to, but
no
sometimes
spoilers.
we slip. Me. Um, but no, so I don't want to, talk too much about this, but things just continue to build. They keep getting creepier and creepier. If you
Mhm.
haven't seen this, please just give it a watch. If you watch the trailer, I'm sure it'll hook you in. So, yeah, I definitely recommend this as my
Yeah.
first.
Great choice, great choice. Okay, this is another one. I know last episode when we did the part 1 of this, I started off with a international movie, and I am doing the same thing this time. And I don't know why I didn't bring this up in the international series because I think this movie is great. I was completely entranced when I first saw it. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. It's called Revenge, and it's from 2017. It's a French movie. So about it is the synopsis: never take your mistress on an annual guy's getaway, especially one devoted to hunting, a violent lesson for three wealthy married men. So it is the soundtrack is what I think first really got me. The soundtrack is incredible. There's a song Dance Like Machines that plays, and I saw this movie years ago and I still play Dance Like Machines. Shout out to that song. But yeah, soundtrack is amazing, very stylistic. The location, cinematography, the acting. I loved it. I gave it a 10 out of 10. I went back and looked at my notes when I first watched it, and yeah, I was like, this is the best movie ever. It's so cool. It's really pretty brutal and violent. There are
Yeah.
some trigger warnings in there, but the tension I think is the biggest thing where I really love when movies can build up the tension and hold it. And this movie does that all the way up until the end. There's this final face off kind of scene. And I think I was holding my breath the entire time. Really, really kept the tension well. So I love this movie.
Not seen it. I
So good.
apologize, but I'm looking at pictures and this seems like a pretty badass movie.
It is, it is. Yeah, I don't wanna say too much about it, but gosh, it's a really, really cool one. So if you like movies that are kinda styly, but it's not stylistic in, there's no substance kind of way,
Yeah.
there's still an interesting story the whole time. Good scenes with good music. It's your vibe.
I'll have to take a look at that one. I do love movies with good soundtracks.
Yeah, it just makes it better.
Yeah, and I know that this was in one of our previous episodes. Which one was it though? I don't remember, but I talked about It Follows, and that movie
Mm.
had an awesome soundtrack to go with it. So, yeah, when you can find a movie that has an awesome soundtrack that goes with it, it could boost the movie overall.
Mhm.
So good pick, good pick. Um, all right, I'll move on to my second one. This one is The Invitation from 2015, not to be confused with other movies called The Invitation. I think there's another one from 2020, maybe, has to do with
Isn't there
vampires.
one there's an old one, isn't there? Or
Yeah,
maybe
I
this is
mean,
the old one and I'm thinking of the recent one.
well, let's see.
Okay.
This one that I'm talking about is about Will and his girlfriend Kira, who attend a dinner at Will's former home hosted by his ex-wife Eden and her new husband David. So that has to be awkward. Well, first of all, have you seen this Invitation movie?
Yeah, this Invitation movie is really, really good. the other one, I'll let you go through this one, and then I'll bring up the other one.
Yeah. So kind of immediately upon arrival, things are just awkward, obviously. And I think, if I'm remembering this correctly, Will and his ex-wife Eden, they had a son who passed away, and that's kind of what forced the split. But they're both remarried now, and they're having dinner. And there's other people there too. It's not just the four of them. So there's, a group of people there. I don't know, maybe 8, 10. But you notice, again, this is a movie that kind of builds and things start getting weirder and weirder. And it's one of those movies where if I had been there, my get the hell out of here radar would have started going off pretty quickly. But it's one of those movies where you're rooting for the main characters to get out of there safe, but that's not how horror movies really end up a lot of the time. So, and this movie does have a really cool, awesome reveal at the end, and it involves a red light. Do you remember this?
Watch this I feel like I watched this at least 5 years ago, so I don't remember it that much, but I do remember, I think, the reveal or the twist. What a
Mm-hmm.
twist. And then I remember liking it and
Yeah,
thinking it was really good. It did have that kind of like, am I being rude or should I get out kind of
yeah,
vibe, similar to Speak No Evil
yeah.
and
Where
Creep.
you,
Yeah.
yeah, like things don't feel right. You feel very uncomfortable. And again, if I would have been there, I would have just made an excuse to leave. Like,
Or just leave.
yeah, or Irish exit, is it called?
Like,
Irish,
"Oh, my stomach isn't feeling good." That's
yeah,
always
or,
the.
oh, I need to make a phone call outside. It's super private. And then you just go, you get out.
Right, yeah. Yeah, very
So
very simple and easy tactic. Okay, I know what I'm thinking of. So, this one came out, what, 20
there's another movie. Oh, this one's
yeah,
2015.
2015, okay. The one that came out recently was a vampire one.
That's 2022 called The
Yes.
Invitation.
Yes, and that one I did like. This is very unrelated. I did like it. I'll never understand in movies when the main character refuses or doesn't want to be a vampire. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. It's so evil. I don't want to be a vampire. Sorry, like you don't want to live forever and be young with your super hot model vampire boyfriend and have endless money. This seems like a obvious choice, but
Yeah.
yeah, but I was thinking of, and this is a good one for this category, The Gift. Have you seen that movie from 2015?
I have. That's also, I really like that movie. That could easily be on here.
It's such a good movie, and it has Jason Bateman, who I'm obsessed with. He can do no wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And so, not to hijack this, but just a quick tidbit on The Gift because it is a really good movie and it does have a twist. It's not similar to The Invitation, but I don't know why they give me the same vibes. So basically, it says a married couple, Simon and Robin, run into Gordo, an old classmate. Things take a turn when Gordo begins to drop in unannounced at their house and inundates them with mysterious gifts. Ooh, it's so good. I would love to rewatch this movie again for the first time. So, The Gift is this one. What Troy was talking about in the beginning was The Invitation.
Yeah. And, this is The Gift is a movie where you talk about imposing.
Mm-hmm.
This guy just invites himself into their lives, and uncomfortableness, awkwardness. He definitely oversteps boundaries.
But they let him. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
I
You
think
can't just let people do that. People are just sometimes you're too polite to where you don't have to be polite anymore.
Yeah. And The Gift is not to be confused with the movie The Box. Do you remember
Oh
that
my
with
god.
Cameron Diaz?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's a lot of these movies that can get confusing, kind of seem similar, but
I forgot about that one.
yeah. See how easy it is to start coming up with these movies that you just don't talk
Mhm.
about when they're horror movies, but they're still good. I don't know that The Box got very good ratings, but it was a very interesting storyline.
And I would say these all fall into the category of psychological thrillers. They're not, necessarily gory. It's all
Right.
psychological. Ooh, and I have to mention one more if we're just going psychological thrillers.
Yeah.
Hide and Seek. Have you seen it?
Is I
It's with
think.
Dakota Fanning
Yep.
and yes.
What does she keep yelling out? Charlie, Charlie, or something
Ooh,
like that?
that movie is good. It's a
Yeah.
Robert De Niro and Dakota Fanning, Hide and Seek. It came out in 2005,
Yes.
and it's it's just I remember watching it as a kid, and I kinda scarred me. This one is, as a widower tries to piece together his life in the wake of his wife's suicide, his daughter finds solace at first in her imaginary friend.
Yeah. So
Spooky.
this is a very young Dakota Fanning. This is way before her twilight years as a vampire, coming full circle back to The Invitation.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, this I remember seeing this the trailer for this, and I was like, oh, that looks really good. And then talk about another big twist and reveal at the end of this movie too.
I think this is one of the best twists that I've ever
Yeah.
seen in a horror movie.
But I will say, on the other hand, that same twist has now been overused a lot in horror
Yeah,
movies.
I agree.
Yeah.
But it was in its time was whoa, and if even now, the first time you're watching it, I can guarantee you're not gonna see it coming. If
Yeah.
you see this coming actually, I haven't even seen it as an adult, so I don't know, but as a kid, I was shocked.
We could do a whole third
Yeah,
episode,
okay. Let
maybe
me
more, but
I'm
geez.
sidetracking here. Okay,
I
let's
know,
get back on track.
but I'm
Um,
starting to write down other movies now too in our notes because
I know,
it keeps going and building and it's a domino effect. It's like, oh,
I
I
know.
love that movie too, and nobody talks about it. So,
I was gonna
okay.
mention The Cube, but I'm not even gonna go there, I'm just gonna write it down. Okay, let's stay on track. So, The Invitation, yes, loved it. I think it's a great one. The twist is really cool. Good pick. I'm a fan of that. So we can go over to this is one of my favorites.
These are good ones, I should
Yeah,
say. These are good ones.
The House October Built 1 and 2. So, I have I don't know what it is, but a obsession with horror movies that have to do with haunted houses. They're my favorite kind of horror movies. They're often not done well or they're just kind of, flat. So when I first discovered Hell House, my god, this is the best thing ever. I still think it's one of the best movies. I loved Hell House. I went searching, through the depths of Amazon and Tubi and whatever else to try to find more horror movies similar. And I found The House October Built on Reddit. Shout out Reddit. And so 2 movies. I'm not gonna read the second synopsis because I don't wanna spoil the first movie, but the first movie, it came out in 2014. The synopsis reads, "Looking for a good fright for Halloween, 5 friends set off on a road trip to discover the scariest underground haunts. As their trip seems to have reached a dead end, strange things start to happen, and it becomes clear that the haunt has come to them." So it's found footage, Hell House-esque. It's not the same story,
Yeah.
but the characters, I guess, kind of give that same vibe. It's a friend group, everyone's joking around, and yeah, I thought it was so good. The first one's better than the second one. The second one came out in 2017, so 3 years later, but I don't know, I just love it. They're comforting, they feel like home. Something about it if you liked Hell House, I can almost guarantee you're gonna
Yeah.
like The House October Built. They're just fun.
Yep. I agree. They're good October movies.
Mhm.
Just to watch around Halloween. They're fun
Mhm.
because you can go to haunted houses and walk through them. But yeah, those were two very good movies. I
Oh, so
agree.
good. And the cover is creepy too. I mean, you'll see it right here. Cover is spooky.
Yes. And it'll be sized correctly.
Yeah.
So I have a problem not doing that right. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, what's next?
all right. I'm moving on to a movie. Again, it comes up every now and then on maybe like Shudder or Tubi, but it's called I Trapped the Devil. It's from 2019. Have you seen this?
Is this the one that you were, like, trying to figure out what it was? Remember you were texting me and you're like, "What's that movie about? There's a guy in a basement and he's tied up," and I could not figure it out. I bet it's this one.
It's either this one or the one we talked about on Traveling Abroad. I Saw the Devil.
No, it's not that one. I think it's this one. Okay, I haven't seen it, so continue.
I've seen this once, I'll be honest, but it was a really cool storyline. So,
Mhm.
psychological horror film. I feel like all these are psychological horror films. About a paranoid man named Steve who locks a stranger in his basement, believing the captive is the devil. The plot follows Steve's brother Matt and Matt's wife Karen as they make an unexpected Christmas Eve visit. So again, interesting storyline. These two show up to his house. Now, he does have mental illness, but he's claiming that the person he has trapped in his, like, what'd you call it, like a wine cellar or a coal cellar in his basement behind this massive locked door is the devil himself. And so it's kind of a conflict between them wanting to open the door and let this guy out because he's like banging on the door and he's like, please let me out. This guy locked me up for no reason. So there's conflict between his brother and wife and then him, you know, just trying to decide whether to keep this man locked in there or let him out. So really cool storyline. Like I said, I've only seen it once. It's been a little while, but when I was starting to think about movies that I do like that have really cool storylines, and I've never heard anybody else talk about this movie, I had to add it to my list for tonight.
I'll have to watch this one because yeah, I think this is the one you couldn't remember the name of it, and then you eventually found it, obviously. But yeah, it
Uh,
sounds good.
I do want to rewatch this, and I was trying to find the time to do it before tonight, but I did not have the time. But yeah, I'm bumping this up my list too, just because I do remember this being a really cool movie and I do want to see it again.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I Trapped the Devil. It's kind of recent too.
Yeah, yeah. And I think it's on Shudder or Tubi for free. So,
Hmm.
or one of the streaming services. I don't know, but I think try Shudder or Tubi.
Wait, speaking of Tubi, not to sidetrack, but have you seen on Tubi? There's this movie called Blowie. I posted it on the channel,
I
but
don't
I have
even
to
know.
watch it. It's
That
about
just looks hilarious.
it's about I haven't looked too much into it, but it's about these OnlyFans people, or I don't know, they're making an OnlyFans content, and then this blow up doll. It's a killer blow up doll with I'm not gonna do the motion, but the mouth, like, um, but that's on Tubi, I think.
I hope someone makes a mask
Oh,
for
that'd
this
be
so
crazy. Yeah,
I can put it back here
a
because, oh,
Blowie mask.
geez, it's hilarious looking.
That's a good
This has
idea.
to be a horror comedy. I mean, you can't not laugh at that.
I think so. I think it's just gonna be like cheesy, fun, whatever. Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah. Oh, it is
so
horror comedy. Yeah,
yeah,
it's horror comedy. It has to be. So
yeah.
I will be watching it. I did see your post and I do remember seeing this like advertised and I was like, this can't be real.
Yeah.
But
It's an interesting idea.
we have to post a picture in
Yeah,
the
this is
middle of us.
Blowy.
Yeah.
Everyone, welcome. Okay, next one is one of my favorites, and this is kind of a combo. They're not related, but the first one is The Void. The Void came out in 2016. I'm sure some people are familiar with it. It is, if you're in the horror community, I think this is one of the ones that comes up if you're looking for a sci-fi kind of horror.
Yeah.
Um, so this one is about cloaked cult-like figures trap a police officer, patients, and staffers inside a hospital that is a gateway to evil. Love it. So that's all I'm gonna give you. The cover is a really, really cool cover. It'll give you you're seeing it here, it gives you the vibe of what the movie is. To me, it felt very 80s style kind of horror. The monsters were scary, the creatures, whichever were in there, were
Hmm.
pretty scary. And then it kind of felt a little Lovecraftian. So it felt like a Lovecraft story with a dash of Silent Hill and then a dash of Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Kinda stir the pot, mix it all in, and those are all compliments. So I thought it was really original, it was gory, pretty disturbing at times, just a great, great movie, and I think this does have good reviews, and people, from what I've seen, have liked it and really enjoy it. Have you seen it?
I feel like I have, but I also have it on one of my streaming services to rewatch because if I did see this and if it's the movie I'm thinking about, I've only seen it one time.
Mm.
But this is ringing a bell for me, and it would have been over 5 years ago I've seen this. So I do need to rewatch it. It is already in it's in one of them on one of my wish lists. So I'll be watching it again very soon.
Yeah. So that's The Void. Yes. Again, super cool sci-fi horror movie. Not related, but when I was watching it, it reminded me of this YouTube short. So the YouTube short, again, they're not related, they're not copied or anything like this. The YouTube short is Zygote, and this was made in 2017. It's like a 20-ish minute horror short on YouTube. And Zygote is about stranded in an Arctic mine. Two lone survivors are forced to fight for their lives, evading and hiding from a new kind of terror. And I thought this was the coolest thing. It was so cool. It kind of gives the thing. But yeah, when I was watching Zygote, I was watching The Void, I was like, oh, this kind of reminds me of Zygote. So
Yeah.
similar style, sci-fi horror. I really recommend it. Dakota Fanning's in it. I think she might have produced it or involved in the direction, but she stars in it. So these are two that I highly, highly recommend. I think they're so good. No faults.
I don't think I've seen Zygote, but I know the name.
I mean, a lot of people I don't think have seen it, to be honest.
Yeah. I'll look into it though, but yeah, The Void. I'll definitely be watching that again soon.
Mhm.
So I'm excited about this one. Summer of '84 from 2018. A mystery thriller about a 15-year-old boy, Davy Armstrong, who suspects his friendly neighbor, a local police officer, is the infamous Cape May Slayer. Davy and his three best friends launch a dangerous summer-long investigation to spy on the cop. This gives off such nostalgia 80s vibes. It's like Stranger Things, but a different storyline. There's kids riding bikes. There's no cell phones. They're outside playing arcade, video games, all the fun things from 80s. And what's funny about this movie is it starts off super cool and super just kind of peaceful. So I'd give it like, it starts as a PG rating and then moves to a PG-13 rating. And then definitely by towards the end of it, it's definitely an R-rated movie.
Mhm.
So it starts calm and it builds into, holy hell, did I just watch that? Did I just see what I just saw? So yeah, it's such a cool vibe for a horror movie. Have you seen it?
I did see it. I remember when this first came out, I saw it. I
Yeah.
don't remember what happens at the end. So, I mean, gosh, it was 2018, it was 8 years ago. So I don't really remember, but I do remember, yes, it felt very Stranger Things. I was like, oh, this is, and it captures the first early season of Stranger Things, kind
Yeah.
of. And then I do remember the first half where I was like, I don't know, it's fine, but it didn't, it wasn't super interesting, I guess. But the second half really kicked it off, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is good.
Yeah. And exactly what you said about Stranger Things, the first season, it was so different than
Mhm.
anything that we had watched around that time when the first
Mhm.
season came out. And you're like, this is such a cool vibe of a TV show. And I think that's what hooked me in it, at least, was like, this feels like we're back in the 80s.
Mhm.
And that's the same thing as this movie. So
Yeah,
please, if you haven't seen this one, give it a watch.
it's good. I feel like I saw it on Shutter, or I forget where they played it. Shutter or maybe Amazon.
Ah, that's a good question. I'm not
That's my guess.
certain.
That's my guess.
I mix up all of my streaming services in my wish list, so
Well, they always change too. They
they do, yeah.
love to just remove things for no reason, and then Amazon loves to charge for every single movie ever made.
It'll leave one and then it'll jump to another one.
So annoying. Yeah, it's a good one. I should rewatch that. Okay, next one is a very random one. All Hallows Eve from 2013. Does this sound familiar at all?
I know what this is and what it became.
Okay,
I'll
yeah.
let you tell what it is and then could talk about what this ended up becoming.
Yes. So All Hallows Eve is about while babysitting two children on Halloween, a babysitter finds a VHS tape in one of their candy bags. The tape contains three horror stories linked by a killer clown. As the night progresses, strange things happen in the house. So this movie I again had stumbled upon as I was scrolling. I think it was October that I had found it. And I'm like, oh yeah, this okay. Looks interesting. It feels like, and this is one of my favorite types of movies, and this is kind of why I like Hell House and House October Built. So it feels like a movie that you would pick up, chilly October night, you head down to the Blockbuster in your pajamas or sweats, and you're like, let me just browse the horror aisle and find a good horror movie. And you
Yeah.
pick up this one. It's that B scary style kind of movie where it's weird, low budget, a
Yep.
little cheesy, but it's intentionally cheesy, and then just really fucked up and disturbing. And that is one of the best kind of horror movies. And I really, really enjoyed this. It's all of those things. I recommend watching it. I know we can't RIP go to Blockbusters anymore, but I
Yeah.
recommend, watching it on a chilly night, lights off, maybe a candle flickering, get some snacks. It's not a happy-go-lucky kind of movie. It is very gory. There's a lot of blood. And this movie features Art the Clown
Mm-hmm.
from Terrifier. So this movie came
Yeah.
out in 2013. It is the origin or birth movie of Terrifier. Terrifier came out in 2016, and I had seen Terrifier prior to All Hallows Eve. I feel like All Hallows Eve just kind of gets bogged down in the deepest dark recesses of the scroll. And when I found it, I was like, wait, that's Art the Clown. So if you like Terrifier of any capacity, you will like this movie.
Yeah, I agree. So I also saw Terrifier, probably 1 and 2 before I even tried to give All Hallows Eve a watch. But
Mhm.
I think it was a different director than the Terrifier director.
Mhm.
I don't, I mean, I didn't like this movie as much as I like the Terrifier series,
Mhm.
but it was a good birthplace for a good clown.
I liked the first Terrifier movie is the best, I think,
Mm.
because it is super, super gritty, and it's that same vibe that I just explained,
Mhm.
blockbuster-esque. The second and the third, good, you know, but I don't know, something about, I think, the low budget grittiness kind of style, and I feel like Terrifier 1 and All Hallows Eve have that, whereas 2 and 3 feel a little bit more produced, understandably, still really good. But yeah, I think it just captures, it's kind of like a nostalgic feeling that I feel for it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
so good.
Give it a watch.
Mhm.
All right, moving on to kind of a similar storyline, a little bit different, but has the same vibe as Summer of '84, and that is the Clovehitch Killer from 2018, same year. This one, Tyler Burnside, a devout Kentucky Christian family teenager who suspects his respected father Don is an infamous serial killer after finding some disturbing bondage photos and other items. This stars Dylan McDermott as his dad. He was in American Horror Story season 1.
Yeah, he's so hot.
The acting is awesome. It's a classic, well mannered, perfect family. What was that TV show? Seventh Heaven TV
7,
show.
7,
It's
yeah.
like that kind of
Old
vibe where
school.
the family's just perfect and they can't do any
Mhm.
wrong. And the dad is a Boy Scout leader for his son. His son's a Boy Scout. And so, the movie kind of builds. I love it. It's another cool movie where you have suspicions of something. It starts taking you one way and then there's a huge reveal.
Mhm.
So have you seen it?
You know what? I feel like I've seen this I'm surprised I haven't seen it because I've seen this movie, the what is it called? Title card
Yeah.
so
Poster.
many times, and I don't know why I've never watched it. And now I gotta watch it.
I watched this on a whim. I think it was a case of me seeing the trailer or like you said, the movie poster, and I saw Dylan McDermott was in it. I knew him fresh in my mind, I want to say, from American Horror Story 1. So I'm like,
Mhm.
let me look into this. And I watched it and I was like, wow, this is really good. The acting's really good. The reveal is really good. The storyline is really good. So another one, if you have not watched this, please watch it. It is really, really good. That
Yeah.
includes you.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch this. I'm just thinking to myself, why have I never I know I've seen it countless times looking
Yeah.
for a movie to watch. And yeah, I love Dylan McDermott. He's so good. So yeah, I'll watch this one.
Awesome. Awesome.
Moving on to an A24 Green Room from 2016. So this one, a little out there description. A punk rock band becomes trapped in a secluded venue after finding a scene of violence. From what they saw, the band themselves become targets of violence from a gang of white power skinheads and want to eliminate all evidence of the crime. This is an A24 movie. Anyone who's a fan of A24, their style and everything is always really good. I
Yeah.
thought this movie had, again, the tension, such good tension, non-stop. Characters were so good, real, believable, practical effects. The villain, just, you hate him. One of those really menacing victims or villains where you almost hate the actor because they're so good. Music really, really good for this one. And then yeah, it's just great ending, great story, tension the whole time. Love it. Have you seen it?
I have seen it. It is a really good movie. Um, some scenes are disturbing. So
Mhm.
it does this star the guy from Star Trek? Is it
Oh,
him or am
see,
I
I'm
thinking of a different
so
guy?
bad at this stuff. Let's see. I
Oh,
am not the person to be like,
I
"Does
think
this person star in this? Which person from Star Trek?" Oh, Patrick Stewart, yes.
yes,
Yeah.
that's him. Patrick Stewart.
I don't even think I really realized that.
I'm not good with names, but
Me neither.
I'll see somebody and be like, "Oh, that's that guy from
Yeah.
this movie," or "Oh, she was in this movie." But
Yeah.
yeah, Patrick Stewart, you're
I mean,
correct.
he's
So,
probably the most recognizable Star Trek person,
yeah.
so that was my bad.
No, it's fine. But yes, I have seen this and it's intense. It's definitely intense. Another one of those trapped. You're trapped. What are you going to do to get out? What are you going to risk to get out type of movies? So,
Mhm.
um, I'm slowly remembering the ending, but obviously not going to reveal anything. But yeah, um, really good movie.
Yeah.
Really well done.
Not f if you have a weak stomach, I guess I'd say, 'cause it is a little brutal.
Yes, it's definitely brutal.
Yeah, just a little bit, just a smidge.
Yeah.
Alright.
That brings us to, again, another movie I don't think I've ever heard anybody talk about, and that is Super Dark Times from 2017. It's about teenage best friends Zach and Josh accidentally cause the gruesome death of their classmate Daryl with a samurai sword. They cover up the crime, but the terrifying secret drives a severe wedge between them, spiraling into deep paranoia, isolation, and confrontation.
Yeah.
That's all I can
Yeah.
say.
Mhm.
Um, I didn't know what to think of this movie until we got to the ending. And I'm like, this just took a huge turn to craziness. And that's where, again, I would say this is super psychological. Um, you can see the mental breakdown of these characters as they're trying to deal with covering up the death of their friend and what they've done.
Mhm.
And they kind of start going two separate directions with their mental stress and breakdown. Um, and it's one of those movies where you continuously ask yourself, what would I be doing in this situation if this happened? Because it was an accident. I guess if you have three people playing with a samurai sword, you might have an accident. And so they were scared. They try to cover it up. What would you do? You know? So yeah, I again saw this on a whim and ended up really liking it. But again, something that I never hear anybody talk about.
I've never seen this, and I
Interesting.
feel like I hmm, I feel like I might have seen the poster. Now I'm, like, tripping because there have been times where I was scrolling to try to find a movie to watch. I'm like, "I've seen every single movie on this planet. There is no movie left for me to watch." But now I'm
Yeah.
like, "How did I miss these movies?" Yeah, sounds good.
It actually, one of the friends is Charlie, how would you say this? Tahan?
From
Ozark. And
who?
he is very unique looking.
Hey.
He's very unique looking. So when you see him, if you've seen Ozark, you know who I'm talking about. I forget. He's he's one of the cousins in Ozark. He's one kind of a main character, but
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
he's very unique looking. So he's in this, the acting again. I mean, these are kind of kids at this point still. I think they play high school kids. Really good acting. So, um, yeah, I highly recommend it. It just, it takes a turn and goes a little wacky at the end. So, yeah, I enjoyed it though. So that's why it's on
Well,
my
now
list.
now I have 2 to watch. I feel like the last couple episodes you've been adding countless movies to your list, and now I'm like, "Oh my gosh, now I have to watch I have to watch all these movies."
I think the ratio though to movies that you've introduced me to that I need to watch to ones that I've introduced to you is not even close throughout.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot from especially our traveling abroad episodes, international horror that I still need to watch. Some really big ones. So,
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
to be honest, for a big period of my life, I had no life, and this is what I was doing was just watching movies on the weekends nonstop, so, yeah.
I told you my problem is I keep rewatching movies and I need to
Mm,
stop that
gotta
and I need
stop.
to give new movies a chance.
Mhm.
That's my problem.
That should be your, New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No repeats.
No repeats. Well, imagine no repeats for the entire year. That would be easy
That's
for
gonna
me. I
be
don't ever do that.
insanely tough,
I
especially.
think
Yeah.
October would be hard.
Yeah, because I try to watch a horror movie every day,
Mhm.
but I'll just be looking and I have lists. I told you I have lists, but then I'll see like, oh, what is it? The Ninth Gate with Johnny Depp.
Mm.
I don't think that has very good ratings, but I really like that movie. So I'm like, I'm kind of tired, but I do want to watch a horror movie, so I'll just throw that on. And I've seen
It's
that like
always the tired where you're like, "Ah, I just want something to kinda have on," is what
because
I do.
I know I'm gonna fall asleep, and then I'm
Yeah.
just gonna have to rewatch a bunch of it anyway. So I'll just put on
Mhm.
something I already know.
Okay, well, maybe allow yourself 2 rewatches a month, and then you have to dedicate your time to getting through your list.
No, I'm gonna pick a month and I'm gonna really go full force at not doing
Mhm.
any repeats.
Yeah. Especially I mean, you
I need
probably
to
won't even get to it before we start season 2, to be honest, but
there's a lot, but yeah, I need to commit.
Mhm.
I need to commit.
Get into it.
All right, you're up.
Okay, so what we're going back to the haunted house.
Mhm.
This is not found footage, but it is haunted house. Have you seen Haunt from
I
2019?
I have, yes.
Okay,
And I will admit that I get this and the houses that October built confused sometimes.
but it's not found footage.
I still just do. I just get them confused because once you tell the synopsis, it's clear why. They're both about
Okay,
the same thing that you love.
kinda.
Yeah,
Okay. So this one, Haunt from 2019. On Halloween, a group of friends encounter an extreme haunted house that promises to feed on their darkest fears. The night turns deadly as they come to the horrifying realization that some nightmares are real. But the house October built is they're traveling to go see multiple haunted houses.
I know, but I still get these confused.
Fair enough. Anyways, this movie is so good. So when I said that haunted houses movies usually fall flat or they're cheesy, the acting is really, really bad, blah, blah, blah. This one is amazing. It's great. The story's great, acting's great. I was freaked out. I was on the edge of my seat. I thought they did this so well. I want them to make multiple. I remember finishing it and I was like, "Wait, I need more. I need more movies of this. Like, where's the sequel? Where's the what's the third one called?" I was gonna say the trequel. Where's the trequel? Number 3.
Of which,
Just if in general, you call the second one a sequel. What's the
oh,
third called? I was gonna call it a trequel, but that's not a word, right? I don't know.
I don't think it's
There's no word for it, I think. I'm just gonna call it a trequel, whatever. I just wanted more of this movie. It's great. It's fun. It's a perfect Halloween movie.
yeah. It is good, but I can see why you were questioning how I confused this, but I when I was looking for these movies, I
Mhm.
kept seeing both of them and I like, which is the one I wanted to watch? And it was the houses that October built.
Mhm.
But I also watched Haunt at the same time. That's why I get these confused
Okay.
sometimes.
That makes more sense. I
Yeah.
forgive you.
Thank you. It is a threequel.
Is that what it's called? I'm so smart. No way. I've never heard that in my life. That was just who have you ever heard anyone say trequel before?
No. Third installment in a story is typically called a threequel.
Damn, dude, I ate with that. I am genius.
Yeah,
Well, there we go.
2
Trequel.
points. You get 2
I would
points.
love a trequel of the Haunt movie. Okay, yeah, so let's go into our final 2.
I am surprised that you are not going to give me any shit for this one.
I love this one.
I just can't figure you out sometimes. This to me seems like a Lake Mungo Session 9 film that you would have
No.
hated. And
No.
I'll tell you why. So the movie we're talking about is Cobweb from 2023. It's about a lonely 8-year-old boy named Peter who hears a mysterious tapping and a voice coming in from inside his bedroom wall. His strict, overprotective parents claim it is just his imagination, but Peter soon discovers they are hiding a terrifying and dangerous secret. So this stars Lizzie Kaplan
Mhm. Mhm.
from Mean Girls.
And
Totally. Should I know the other person?
yes.
I,
Homelander.
I don't know this guy. I'm sorry.
Are are you serious?
Yeah, I don't know him.
The Boys? The show? You've never seen have you heard of The Boys?
What's it about? Here's
Oh
here's
my
where the
god.
conflict happens.
Okay, wait. The fact that you've never even heard of it is
Hold on.
it's probably one of the best shows ever made. It just finished. It's like 5 seasons.
Oh, this show, like this, the super people. They're all dressed like superheroes. Is that one?
Yes, yes. It's one of the best shows ever made. It is such a smart show. It has been so relevant to the times and what's going on in the world, and it's done so smartly. But the guy who plays Homelander, Anthony Starr, he will go down in history as one of the best villains ever played on screen. Hands down, he is amazing, and he deserves a million and one awards for what he's done on that show. I mean, it's over now, but my god, I he like if you want to look at incredible acting, him hands down. So that's why I watched this movie, was because he was in it.
Oh wait, no, this is this TV show home or oh, you're
Yeah.
talking about Cobweb. But the boys TV show, is this like in relation to comics? Like a comic book series?
Yes.
Because
Mhm.
it looks very comic book like.
It is. And but they do it in a way where it's not cheesy. It is very adult. There is, orgy scenes and,
Oh.
genitalia and things like that. So it's not for kids. But my God, Homelander, one of the best things that's ever happened to TV. So yeah, when I saw Cobweb, I was like, I have to immediately I'll watch anything he's in. He's amazing. And that's why I watched it.
Well,
So
yes,
anyways,
he's
yeah,
also in Cobweb, and I had no idea who he was.
yeah. He plays a dad.
Um, yeah, so also a different role than Homelander.
Hmm.
Um, now the reason I thought you were going to shit on this is because there are other movies that have a little bit of a similar storyline. Do you want me to call out what those movies are?
Yeah.
Because I feel like that kind of gives away the
No,
reveal of
don't.
this movie.
Don't, because I think I know what movies you're talking about, and there's a movie that I'm thinking of, but I can't remember the name, and it's not very well known.
It's listed there on our notes if you want to peek at it. My
That's
notes.
not that's not what I'm thinking of, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, this has a somewhat well, it's not a similar storyline, but something that happens is similar to those two movies. And I can't say what they are because then people will be like, "Oh, well that's mhm." But yeah, this movie's awesome. This kid starts hearing some weird stuff in his bedroom at night, some whispering and stuff, and it's about really all you could say because
Mhm.
otherwise you're giving the movie away. But yeah, this is a good movie. Again, I don't hear a lot of people talk about it. And I don't know why, because the acting was great, like you point out. Like cool storyline of what ends up happening and what you end up finding out. So
It kind of fell off the radar. I don't think there was a lot of promotion around it, and then it premiered and that was it, but there is one scene in particular, like a dream scene with the parents that was super, super
yeah.
eerie, and I thought that was well done and that was unique. But yeah, I loved it. I think, superstar cast, it was good. The ending I think could have been a little better, but overall, great movie.
Yeah, I agree. Um, please watch if you haven't, and then leave comments if you know the other movies that we might be talking about after you watch this. You can kind of understand where I'm coming from.
Mhm.
All right, you're up.
Our final movie of the night,
Goody.
going back to sci-fi, and this is called Event Horizon from 1997. And I don't wanna say this movie is not talked about. I think it has a huge cult following behind it, but I
Hmm.
think people now who may just be getting into horror, or at least people around me who have just started watching horror, "Oh, I just saw Obsession. Oh my god, so scary." I know they haven't seen Event Horizon, you know?
Yeah.
So, it's one I like to recommend to people, especially if you like a sci-fi moment. So this one's about, after disappearing for 7 years, a revolutionary spaceship, Event Horizon, is rediscovered. The team of scientists sent to investigate find that the entire crew is dead and a terrifying, malevolent presence is lurking on board. So, I don't even know really what to say about this movie. I was disturbed, so it's disturbing. There's this atmospheric dread the entire time that you could really feel. It does have a really good cast. So Sam Neill, Lawrence Fishburne, Jason Isaacs, they're in it. Some other people are in it. I think Lawrence Fishburne has a famous line where he says like "fuck that ship" or something like that.
That sounds about right.
But the there's something about this movie that left me wanting more, and that is because there was a director's cut of the movie, with an extra 30 to 35 minutes of extra highly graphic hell footage. So this director's cut is considered permanently lost or degraded, and it featured intense, disturbing sequences of self-mutilation and the infamous blood orgy scene. Yeah, go ahead.
So when you're saying it's lost, like it really is lost, you can't watch this version?
Yeah, so I mean there's a bunch of if you look it up, there's a lot behind it. I don't know why it was lost in the first place. I think some people say it was buried in a salt mine or something. I don't know.
Interesting.
That's a rabbit hole you have to go down on your own. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's lost. It's not available. I think on YouTube you can find not the best quality snippets of the director's cut, but the
Yeah.
full thing was never released. And what a shame because the movie is great. It is a great movie, but I think that extra gory stuff would have taken it over the edge, especially for people who enjoy gore like myself.
Yeah. Um, I think I was late to watch this movie.
I was too.
But when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, this is a classic," because, well, can I tell you, remember how we talked about sometimes there's like machines or um, animatronics that freak us out?
Yeah,
That,
we were talking about the underwater thing.
yeah, but in this movie, that ball thingy
Oh, yeah.
freaks me out in that room.
I could see that.
And it like spins. And that's not
Mhm.
revealing anything. Like it spins and stuff, and it's freaky. If I walked into a room like that, I'd walk right out immediately. You're not putting me in that room, you're not keeping me in that room. Um, but yeah, I love this movie. This is another one of those where I'll be like, oh, Event Horizon's on Amazon for free. I'm gonna throw that on and just relax. But yeah,
It's so
good
good.
pick.
It's so good.
Back to the 90s too. And again, what you were kind of saying, when you talk to people, when you're talking to people who like watch horror movies, they like them and they watch them like during October to get scared for Halloween because 'tis the
Mhm.
season. You don't, these are the movies that we're trying to tell you that we don't hear you talk about. We hear you talk about like the Sinisters and the Insidious movies and
Mhm.
obviously the classics, Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, but a lot of the more modern day, well known movies. And that's why we're trying to point out these movies that are equally as awesome, but not a lot of people talk about. So you got to
Yeah.
give them,
Mhm. There's
yeah.
so many. I mean, I feel like we could just do endless episodes on this. Well, we should actually pick a decade and start doing the decades
Yeah.
of don't sleep on these because once you start thinking of one, like we did earlier in the episode, your mind just spirals and you're like, oh yeah, this one and this one and this one, this one. And there are movies that I can't even remember the name of that I watched that I was like, "Oh, this was really good," but I
Yeah.
don't know, it was when I was watching, 4 movies in one day, and I have no idea what it was, but
And same. So I'll have to type in the description in Google and be like, horror movie about this, this, this. And I'm like, that's what that was called.
Mhm.
But yeah, when we were going through all this and I was just coming up with other horror movies to fit this category, I wrote some down in the notes. So we already have some movies if we want to do a part 3 at some point, but that'll probably be season 2
Yeah.
if we
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
But
and finale's next week.
yeah, well, that wraps up
Mhm.
this episode again of movies that we really enjoyed, nobody talks about, called Don't Sleep on These Part 2.
Mhm.
We will be back next week. Um, I don't know what our final topic's gonna be. Do you know?
It's gonna be a surprise to all of us because it's gonna
To
be hard
me and you.
yeah, it's hard to just pick one to end on, we want it to be a good one, but it will be a good episode, it will be out next week, usual time, we'll take the hiatus, but if you have any ideas, let us know, any recommendations, movie recommendations just for anything in general, let us know, and then let us know how you like these movies, reviews, put them on there, and yeah, I can't believe we're 12 episodes deep now, it's kinda wild.
Yeah, I know. We just talked about this, what, a week or 2 ago, about this took a long time to plan all this out.
Yeah. I mean, we've been doing this for essentially what, 8 months
It's a
almost,
year.
getting it together and then yeah,
Yeah,
so the break will be needed, but we will not stop watching movies. So
right.
please, please, please follow on social media. Please like, comment, subscribe, review on Spotify, review on Apple Podcasts. It helps a lot. And yeah, happy
And
watching.
yeah, the break is definitely when we could use your input. If you wanna
Mhm.
hear to certain topics, that's when we're gonna start planning season 2 and putting together different topics for different weeks. So if there's anything you wanna talk about, any topics, movies, just let us know in the comments. we'll figure out a way to work that into season 2 episodes somewhere. And
Mhm.
again, let us know if you want to shout out or you don't want to shout out. We're
We
open to
are
it all.
here for you.
Yes. All right, everybody. Enjoy your night, your day, wherever you're at. And yeah, we'll be back again next week. As always, thank you so much for watching and listening.
Bye.
Bye.